Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to our video, and today I'm going to be doing another evening time weather update video talking about the two biggest weather events that are going to happen this week. Now just 6 hours ago, not even 6 hours ago, more like 3 hours ago, I made a video saying that this hurricane here, Hurricane Otis, was going to make landfall as a Category 1 most likely because that's what the models were showing. Well, now they have taken a 100% completely different turn, literally the exact opposite, now saying that this could strengthen into a Category 5 with 160 mile per hour winds and 180 mile per hour gusts just before landfall. This is going to be one of the most extreme hurricanes that we've had in the past decade, okay? This was a wild misforecast just 24 hours ago. They weren't even sure if this was going to be hurricane status, but now it's expected to get up to a Category 5. That is insane, okay? This is a very similar situation, by the way, that happened with Hurricane Lydia not even a month ago up here in northern Mexico, and now it's happening right here, okay, near Acapulco. So look out. Seriously, you need to get out of there now if you're in that cone, obviously. You don't want to be there whenever there's a Category 5 hurricane making landfall. I'm sure you've gotten alerts sent to your phone about the hurricane warning, and I bet there's been evacuation orders too, but I haven't looked into that too much, but I mean, there's gotta be. This is almost as bad as it gets in terms of hurricanes. If you're not evacuated, you need to get out of there now. I know it's a last second thing, but this is going to be one of the deadliest hurricanes we've had in a long time. Again, Category 5 status, whenever not even 24 hours ago, they thought it was going to be a Category 1. That is crazy, okay? This is going to continue to head northwest after it does make landfall, which, by the way, will probably be about a Category 4, maybe low-end Cat 5 landfall here near Acapulco. So again, evacuate immediately if you're in that area. We're going to see winds over 150 mile per hour, almost certainly, and it's not going to be a good situation, okay? Now, this is going to continue to head northwest and eventually turn into a Category 2 hurricane around this area here with 105 mile per hour winds, maybe gusts up to 110, 115. So again, this is something you're going to want to evacuate for, even if you're in this area over here. That can cause extensive tree damage, extensive home damage, and much more. Obviously, the storm surge is going to be pretty deadly with this too. We could see multiple feet of storm surge, tornadoes possible, flooding rains very likely. And then this will continue to head westward and then eventually turn into a tropical depression by the time it passes here in far southwest of Mexico City. So again, if you're anywhere in this cone where you're expected to be anywhere from that Category 2 stamp to the Category 5 stamp, you need to get out of there now, as this is expected to be an extremely strong hurricane. Okay. I think I've nailed that into the ground enough now. I just wanted to make sure that I got that out there, because just a few hours ago they were saying this wasn't a giant deal, but now it is. So next up, I want to talk about the winter storm here that's coming up very soon. In fact, it's already started here, as in portions of Montana, we have already seen several inches of snow, okay? Some areas, potentially up to 3 or 4 inches of snow have already fallen there in the dark blue. And again, this extends over a good portion of Montana, but Washington and northern Idaho as well have gotten hit decently hard. It hasn't been terrible, probably about an inch maximum here in Idaho, actually, which for you guys is absolutely nothing. But Washington, I think you probably got a good few inches there in the dark blue. But anyway, let's go ahead and look into the future and see what this is going to look like. We're going to look here around Montana, since this is expected to be the hardest hit area. So let's go ahead and look at the radar here, and as we can see, it intensifies pretty quickly here, as on the Canada-United States border, we could see over a foot of snow, okay? Here in the very dark blue, that's going to be about a foot of snow. Let's see if we can get, here's a 10.2 inch reading, and that's not even in the darkest blue. So some areas could see about a foot of snow, most likely, but this doesn't just stay in the extreme northwest, okay? It's also going to kind of spill into North Dakota, Wyoming, Northern California, northwestern Nevada. Now, granted, this area will see barely anything, maybe an inch maximum, but this is going to kind of spill into other portions of the United States, and we can't even look further than this, but it is going to be more snow as well. Unfortunately, we can only look to 5 p.m. tomorrow here. But even at this point, as you can see, we have a reading that says over a foot here in one of the mountains here in Montana. So we're gonna have several areas that could see over a foot of snow with this snowstorm here. Ice accumulations, you're probably looking at maybe a couple hundredths of an inch. It's not gonna be a big deal in terms of ice, but still a little bit of sleet will be possible here. I think some of the hardest hit areas are going to be up here in northern Montana, like Browning, Shelby, Chester, this whole area up here. And again, over a foot of snow will be possible in some regions, okay? There's a 12.9 foot, or a 12.9 inch reading. So overall, pretty big snowstorm, one of the first giant ones of the year. So that's pretty much it for today. Again, this hurricane, I can't stop talking about this, but seriously, Acapulco, you need to get out of there now. Evacuate immediately. This is almost certainly going to be a terrible scenario. Unfortunately, we are going to see a lot of destruction with this, and it's just not going to be a good deal. But yeah, other than that, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.